We're back, and we're back with more trade news. Ilya Kovalchuk has been acquired by the Washington Capitals. In return, going to Montreal is a third-round pick in 2020. Third-round pick, a little less risk than a second-rounder for Washington. Now, why am I wearing a Montreal jersey? Because they signed Kovalchuk, brought him in, and turned him into an asset. So much like Scandella, you get the guy at a fourth-rounder, you trade him out for a higher draft pick. Well, Mark Bergevin's definitely made sure that he's going to be busy on draft day. Does this save his job? I don't know. I think the fact that this team looks like they're missing the playoffs again could affect whether or not Bergevin sticks around in Montreal. But this is a good deal. I know there had been rumors about him working out an extension and that it was going to start at $3.5 million. Look, I would love to say Kovalchuk is going to bounce back and have a 40-some point season next year. I don't know that he is, though. And I think if Montreal's looking at spending that kind of money, they're better off to either just build from within, or I think they're better off to look for somebody else, maybe an RFA some other team can't afford, maybe pick up some low-risk UFAs at $1.5 million, maybe $2 million. I think you'd be better off. And I think there's more upside to that than throwing $3.5 million, which could have turned into $5 million with bonuses for Kovalchuk. Now, on the Washington side, Kovalchuk could play with Ovechkin. So how's that for a dream come true, right? Now, other news, and there is other news to report on this. Apparently, the Lightning are signing Zach Bogosian to a 1-year, $1.3 million contract, which I assume is just for the rest of this season. And so Bogosian is the addition that they're adding to a blue line that's been pretty decimated by injuries. It's been a really rough time for injuries with the Tampa Bay Lightning. So, yeah, it looks like Bogosian's going to solve that problem, at least temporarily. Has to sign with the team before the trade deadline tomorrow, and then he's eligible to play in the playoffs. So that is something I mentioned this in previous videos. Keep in mind that with players, if they sign any kind of contract or they come in on an emergency basis after the trade deadline, it means they're not allowed to play in the playoffs. So they can come in and help, and I've mentioned this before, but I'll mention it again for people who may not be subscribers or may not have seen that video. Marty Turco was a case of that with the Boston Bruins some years back, where he came in as a hired gun and he signed after the deadline just to get them to the playoffs, and then he wasn't eligible to play in the playoffs. Should he have wanted to, it wasn't something he was eligible for. So Tampa Bay with an addition today, and Montreal, they get the best value they can get for Kovalchuk, which turns out to be a third rounder. And it's true, Washington, if they win a Stanley Cup, that's 93rd overall, but it's a draft pick they didn't have a couple months ago, and Kovalchuk, it didn't look like was going to be leading them to a playoff spot anyway. So for Montreal, they get something for a guy they didn't have a couple months ago. And there you go. They got more for Kovalchuk than LA did. So for that reason alone, it's worth wearing a Montreal jersey. So let me know how you guys think that Montreal did. Let me know what you think about Tampa and who they picked up. I've got the giant board right here. So the one that I used this summer, which was the 4-foot by 3-foot board I was using for the team histories, I've got it out. I may use that for the trade deadline tomorrow. I'm debating about which magnets I'm going to use if I do that, and how many deals I'm going to put on it. Like stuff like this. Do I put this or just tomorrow's deals? I think I put the stuff that's happened over the last couple of weeks because it's all deadline oriented, and we're going to have some time to talk and look things over. So I look forward to that live stream tomorrow. It's always crazy. I expect it to be the craziest that we've had on this channel, and it should be a ton of fun. And keep in mind, I then do the live stream when we have the draft lottery, and then we have the draft itself, the entry draft live stream, and then July 1st as well. So those are really the big ones that I tend to have on the channel that has the most interest in them. And tomorrow's a big day. So let me know what you guys think. Again, if you're a Washington fan, are you excited to see Kovalchuk and Ovechkin together on a power play on the same line for a shift? What could happen here? Let me know what you guys think. Hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video, and I'm excited about tomorrow. It's going to be a great day. Thank you guys for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.